Okay, I'm attempting to do a coolant change for the first time in my life and the first time on this 2017 Ford Police Interceptor utility. So under here is the drain plug, and I'm surprised to see it's like very easily accessed, and looks like maybe you could put a tube on it if I wanted to, and a nice red cap. So here you have the coolant reservoir, which for me on the EcoBoost engine is over here on the left, and it's the only access to where you fill in the coolant. And you're not supposed to touch it when it's hot. You have to slowly turn the nozzle. Look at all the warnings all over everything, plus your manual is telling you so well. And here's the fill lines. As you can see, mine's way too low, and I'm running orange coolant, and they have switched to yellow coolant, and the orange is really outdated right now, so I have to switch that. And the idea is that you switch it out at 100,000 miles. I'm at 90,000 miles or so. So I'm following the videos that I've watched to try to do this coolant change. So I'm going to put a new thermostat in the truck, and to do that for the EcoBoost you have to remove this thing, and then get down to here to replace your thermostat. That's also going to be part of the coolant change that I'm doing. Here's what it looks like down in here once you remove the air filter box. I have a Canon filter. Not sure how often I'm supposed to oil and clean that, but so here's where the thermostat is going to be. I just disconnect the two bolts on either side. Looks like it's not focusing. Here we go. I just disconnect the two bolts on either side and pull it out here, and I can get to the thermostat. Here's my new Livermore thermostat, 160 degrees, I believe. And the part isn't that expensive. I think it's like only $60, but the challenge is all the coolant that will come out that you have to clean. And I got didn't come with a gasket. I had to purchase on eBay, and I'll link these two parts in the description. And hopefully I picked the right one. It seems to match up, but I'm not an expert here. So this part will go right down in here where the old thermostat is. Here comes the orange and antifreeze coming out. Splashes a little, so make sure you wear safety glasses. It's like it hit me in the face this far away. Definitely recommend safety glasses. You don't want that crap in your eyes. You can see it's the orange coolant. So I'm just using a regular oil thing for changing your oil to collect the fluid, but you can also buy these giant baking tins at Walmart that are shown in other videos that I unfortunately didn't get. It's supposed to be about 3.5 gallons or so. 13 quarts, I believe, is the number of how much fits in there. And you have to make sure to take your cap off your reservoir to help it go. And I still have to remove my thermostat to also speed up the process here. I noticed once I got this loose that the coolant started to drain a lot faster, as they indicated in the other videos. I'm a total novice here. I'm just trying this out. But so far it's been pretty straightforward. So this helps with the draining process. So this back bolt is pretty hard to reach, and just make sure you don't drop the bolt. I have a towel under there to hopefully catch it, but if the engine's too hot, you can't just dump your towel down there. Here's what the old thermostat looks like. Make sure you put it in exactly the right way with the gasket when you're done, because I guess it's possible to put it in backwards if you don't know what you're doing. Here's what the orange coolant looked out, totally drained. Doesn't look too bad. I don't know when they replaced it. For all I know, I didn't have to flush the system at all. The records didn't show anything at all for it. So as I put water in, there's still orange stuff coming out, as is still throughout the system as I'm doing the flushing process. Alright, for this step, it's all drained out and I'm following the instructions. I pour this into my reservoir, and then after that goes in, I fill it up with water. After running a cycle of water, you have to be very careful that you don't burn yourself on the hot fluid. So I was able to get it going a little, but I have to wait till it cools down some more before I open up the whole radiator drain, because it is super hot water coming out. So one mistake I made was I didn't have it flowing free enough. I thought I had it all the way open, but it wasn't all the way open. And do not let the water drain until it's like very clear, because this is how gross the water is, and you don't want to release that. You want to take it to a hazardous waste place. So here's all the bottles I filled up with old coolant. I need to take it now to the waste disposal site a couple streets over, and overall it was totally worth it. After the thermostat and coolant was changed, I'm getting an extra 1 mile per gallon, which for me, that actually helps out a lot. It's like 17 more miles for the tank.